Okay, so this video is going to demonstrate how to create the drop shadow that I created for the mosaic tile in the final rendering here, utilizing the Rhino Render plugin as opposed to the V-Ray plugin, which you may or may not be able to get. You can download that for free as a trial, or you can buy the software to plug it in. So I've already gone in here and set my current render to Rhino Render, and I'm going to be basically taking all these curves. The first thing I need to do is to turn them into surfaces. So I'm going to just go through here. And I'm just going to cycle through these, because if I do this, it'll do a Boolean operation and try and create one surface from all the planar curves, which I don't want, because I end up ultimately having to trim that out. So we'll just do select CRV to select all the curves. You can also do Control A. I'm just going to click and this planar surface, you can see the command here, planar surface here. And we're going to go ahead and just cycle through each one of these guys. Control A, planar surface. And then we're going to go ahead and just go through and create each one of those guys one at a time here. Alright. Okay, and then when we go ahead and cycle on all of these layers, we hit render here. It's going to give us a pretty clear cutout here. Alright, and so a couple of things we need to change in the settings. We go to the current, or the render properties here. We can start to make some adjustments. The first thing is we want to have a transparent background. So that's an option under here in the Rhino Render. So we just set that to transparent, and that'll render that all background. And the second thing we need to do is you can set the resolution here. We'll go ahead and increase that. We'll increase the anti-aliasing so we get a better quality render as well. Alright, and there's some other settings in there that we don't need to actually manipulate that. So I'm going to take and do select surface. And I'm going to, under the properties tab, I'm going to apply a material to this. So if I pull down the object properties, I can set material. I'm just going to set this to basic, and then I'm going to select the color here. I'm going to set that to black. Alright, so then when I render this out, I have a nice image here. My entire guy is in here, so I can go File, Save As, and this is where we can start to take advantage of the PNG here. Save this as a PNG. We'll just save this to the desktop. Call that shadow, hit save, and it doesn't, we can't really tell that that's set up already, but then when we go and pull this up, we double click on that, and we should be able to see. I'll go ahead and turn on Photoshop here while and apparently didn't register. There we go. So we can't see anything, but we can go ahead and save as PNG. We're going to go ahead and replace that. And now we go Control O in Photoshop. We can just, and you can see we have the transparent background. So you can go ahead and then, if you use the other video, we can take this and do some really quick operations here. We'll take the brush tool and I'll just make this a little bit bigger. Oop. Helps if you set this to the appropriate color. That's probably good enough since we're going to apply a motion blur filter anyways. So we can go motion blur, and then we can start to pull that out. Hit OK. And then we can hit a Control Shift, just Control Save actually, because we don't need to re-render that. Alright, and that's saved, and that's it.